What's up, Entourage? Man, welcome to another night school. What's up, Entourage? I am excited to help you guys out, especially the car guys, because here's the thing, like Break Free Academy was originally set up to help loan officers, and then we expanded into real estate agents because they asked would it work for them, and we said, yeah, it'll work for you. We helped them out, and then it was expanded into like insurance people. And then we expanded into retail people, which includes automotive people. And the program, we just kind of ran with it from there. We never really went back and segmented certain parts, as in here's how to build a funnel for cars. Here's how to build a funnel for, selling cell phones or roofs or whatever. And solar is going to be next. So at the next night school, we're going to be building solar funnels. And I'm going to go pretty heavy on solar because I believe that's the thing to sell in the future. It's not that hot right now, but it's coming and everybody's going to have it. And it's going to be a hot ass thing to sell. I'm going to be selling that shit too. When I see that tipping point almost come, I'm getting in the game too, because I'm going to take advantage of that bubble. And it's not a bubble, that boom that we're about to hit, right? Because there's a point where everybody's going to have to convert. And I want to be the guy that just sells some of those. You know what I'm saying? Don't even have to be all of them, just some of them. A couple 100,000, I'll be happy. All right, so we're going to talk to you tonight. It's going to take us about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes if we do everything accordingly. And so here's the thing is I take you through this because I'm going to show you an example and then I'm going to build an example. But I'm going to give you a lot of different ways that you can combine what's going on to make car funnels. So let's just jump right the fuck into it. First of all, let's do this here. Boom, and here we go. And we're off. Okay, so we see here's a page this is an actual funnel, as you can see, that I've actually ran traffic to before and got leads from. So I know that this works. Somebody paid me thousands of dollars. God, I don't know how many it was at the time to build this. So here's the thing. It's just like the real estate funnel. Okay, so let's do this. First, you have to decide who the hell you're selling cars to. In this case, we were trying to buy cheap ass cars and sell them. I think the guy sold Kias, and it was something inexpensive like that. And so we were trying to get cheap ass people to tell us that they wanted to sell their car so that we could in turn invite them into the dealership to sell the dealership their car and then maybe flip them into a Kia. I'm pretty sure Kia is what it was. But the Kias on this page, we knew who our target audience was. And Glendale is a city in Wisconsin. So we geographically separated ourselves, letting people know that we're local and that we buy cars locally so that they can expect actual cash for cars, right? Not some mail in the title in, us in the tow truck driver and all that stuff. They can actually expect to meet somebody by the way that we position this. But look, we know who our target audience is. We buy used cars from the fine residents of the Glendale, Wisconsin area. We pay top dollar for used cars, negative equity, no problem. Sell us your car today. So I set up this page just like the community pages we do for real estate agents. Okay, nothing fancy. It's not Ryan Stewman car guy. It's Glendale car guys, right? It's branded to where I can do whatever the hell I want. Now, here's the thing. It's pretty easy to find content that goes on these pages. See, I'm not running ads currently to this, so it doesn't matter, but it's because I'm not selling cars currently. But you guys that sell cars are selling cars currently. So what I need you to understand is you're going to have to come up with content for this page on a regular basis. The easiest thing to do is if you sell Ford, that's what I sold. So that'd be the easiest. We go over to carandriver.com and we can actually go up here and we can type in Mustang, for example. Do vehicle research on a Mustang. So we can go over here. We've got the Mustang. We can go to our Snipply link. Y'all know about old Snipply, right? Oh, Snipperson. And you can go to your Snipply link if it'll pull the fuck up. My internet died a while ago, so it's probably going to have to reset in there. It's you got to love the way technology works when you're in front of it. But you can have, so like this right here, we can Snipply this. Actually, we can do that on Facebook too. Well, ain't that some shit? Something is up with my intro nets. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. I'm like, where are the rest of my shit? So we can add this snipply link right here, boom, to your funnel. Oops. Damn you, Facebook Snipplerson. All right, so enter URL, snip. We need to do the copy thing. There we go. Now we've snipply. So then we're creating the content. So we would write something like, and this is just to fill up content on the page every day. Jesus Christ, there's tags everywhere on this shit. This is just to fill up the page every day. Go down here, we schedule this until we fill up content every single day with facts about the type of cars that we sell. Okay, this way you've got a steady flow of, and you can fill it up with customers that you've done business with. You can fill it up with pictures of cars, etc. So right here, this is the ad that I read. Okay, so it says sell your car today, negative equity, no problem, find out what your car is worth. Here's our funnel. Take a look at this. Real simple. These people saying they sold their car. This is an older car right here. It says sell us your car. We pay top dollar for used cars in the greater Milwaukee area, negative equity, no problem. Okay, so that's an example of a funnel. You go over and check this page out and go through all of that. But it doesn't have to stop here. This isn't the only way to do this. So let's look at a couple other things. Let's say, for example, I am selling Mustangs. Well, I would start a page right here that's called like selling Mustangs, or, you know, Dallas Mustang Club. And if I'm like selling specifically, you know, Mustangs, I would start because they're like a cult car. Then I would start a page right here. It's like Dallas Mustang Clubs. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create a group. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys some organic shit too. DFW car. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to create this group and call it DFW Car Fanatics, because this will be like the sales talk with excuse me, I'm sneezing over here. 1 second. There we go. This will be like the sales talk with Sales Pro group. So let's see if we got a car over here that we can pick up. I bet you guys see a car. I don't see a car. I got a house. I got a horse. If it was a Mustang, we could do the Mustang thing. That's strange. I do not see a car here. So we shall go with the horse. The horse will be the closest thing to a car, right? All right, so now we've got DFW Car Fanatics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to Google. Give me a couple of pictures to use in the background, right? So this is probably a pretty cool picture. Go over here and paste this in. I'm going to take this and make it the cover photo up here. Boom. So now we've got a little car club, little DFW's Dallas Fort Worth for those of you that aren't from here. So now we've got a place where people can join and talk about cars and maybe even sell their cars and all that the other stuff. So all you got to do is invite people back here and start working this in the same manner that I'm working Sales Talk with Sales Pros. But let's look at actual funnels. So let's say we're selling Mustangs. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to YouTube. And as you can see right here, this is just a regular YouTube video. It's a guy getting in a Mustang. He's going to drive it on the track. So right here, wait for it. All right, so 43 seconds, okay? So we're going to do this. We're going to go over to this website called Jiffy, and we're going to create a GIF. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to paste the URL. It's going to do its little magic stuff here. We're going to take this over to 43 seconds because that's where I said it all started at, right? There we go. We're going to let this be a 3-second duration. I'm going to bump this up just a little bit. There we go. We're going to do this for 5 seconds. So this is how you create a GIF. You see this? This is what our GIF's going to look like. And we can add captions to it. If you want, I'm going to leave that out, but you can do those if you want. There's you can add the different colors and shit to it, however the hell you want. For this case, I'm just going to leave it blank. And right here, I'm going to create a GIF. Wait for it. All right, so now we've got ourselves a GIF. So we're going to go over here and we're going to download this damn thing. Okay, I'm going to put it on my desktop over here. Okay, so now we are set. We've got this whole setup here, okay? Really cool. Now I'm going to go over here to lead pages and I'm going to make me a new page. Now look, there's a bunch of different funnels you can set up for cars. You could do how to buy and sell cars like I had showed you already. We can do this one where you're selling a specific car. You could do one where you're teaching people the best way to buy cars. You know, want to learn how to beat the dealership? Sign up for my webinar. Dude, it is endless, the possibilities on how you can create funnels. So I don't want you to just be limited to the two that I'm showing you tonight, the one that I've already shown you and the one that I'm showing you right now. I'm looking for the same old, the bikini chick, because we like chicks in bikinis. All right, so first thing that I've got to do is I've got to find a Mustang. Okay, boom. So we got this picture right here. I think we can find a better looking one. Hold on here. We'll find us a really good looking Mustang. Some of you Chevy guys are like, what the fuck? There's no such thing, bro. All right, so we can just try to find something that's maybe 2017 is not this blue one will work. I don't want to take all the time in the world, but this blue one will work here. Wait for it. There you go. So we've got this picture. So now the first thing that we've got to do is come over here and we're going to change the background image. We're going to go down to the bottom here where it says upload new picture. I'm going to pick our Mustang picture and use that to replace the chick in the bikini. Give us a second here, it'll upload. I know it just made the shift, it must be at the bottom here. There it is. So now you see that we got a Mustang in the back here. I'm going to hide this lead pages thing. And so you can see we clearly got a Mustang. We can take this and Boom. So now we've got our, it's simple. Find the lowest possible prices on the 2017 Ford Mustang. So what I'm going to do is Ford Mustang. Save that there. Go ahead and make sure that I've saved all this. And right here with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload that GIF. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit upload new picture. The GIF right here, the Mustang GIF. I'm going to upload that. Let's give it a second here. Boom. So now when they pull up on this, they've got a little GIF here capturing their information, or keeping their attention rather. So we're going to go over here to integration settings. So it'll be lead notifications. Boom, that's perfect. We're going to customize this form. I'm going to do first name, email, phone number. So with phone number, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put mobile phone number. I'm going to hit OK. With first name, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get rid of first, and I'm just going to put name. Make that required. Phone number, I'm going to make this required as well. And I'm going to change this up right here. Boom. So now we've got our entire funnel set up right here on the front end. Okay, we've got our GIF right here that we created. We've got the lowest, we do like we're on top of the world. And this is just the easy put together. You can create webinars. There's all sorts of different ways you can use those GIFs and stuff like that. I'm just showing you the shit that's possible out here. So the next thing is we've got this, we've saved it, we published it. We take a look at the page here. Okay, so there's what our page looks like. It's a Mustang. That's probably not a 2017. And since this says 2015, we should probably fix that too, but you know what I mean. And trying to get through this for efficiency matters. Now, so the next thing to do is to go back over here and to create a thank you page, just like real estate. Just give me a second here. Sometimes it takes it a minute. There we go. So we've got this, we've got to now create a new page so that we can tie it together. And we're going to have to create a thank you page. We can use the same image right here. Easy enough. We'll just use the GIF. Damn you, sneaky, slippery bastard. So we got our GIF right here. Boom. So need to do this. I'm going to do the same thing. Like us on Facebook. For right now, we'll just use this group. Let's do this here. Boom. So now we've got this join our car group on Facebook. It's clicked up. They're all set. We'll name this page now we just got to tie the loose ends together. I'm going to copy that so that I can take them on what we call the Ferris wheel, where they are on Facebook, they get on the lead page, they go through the lead page process, and we dump them right back off on Facebook. So they go through what we call the Ferris wheel process. Once we pull this up, I'm going to take this thank you page that I just made, and it says Ford Mustang. Ford Mustang, bitch. Bitch, it's Ford. Where the fuck is the D? That's what all the chicks be yelling. Where is the D? All right. 4 Mustangs. 4, you illiterate bastards. Okay. So right here, now we've got all this. We're going to go over here into the integration settings right here. Let me click on this. Integration settings, lead notification. Oh, sorry. No, we're going to go to thank you page. I'm going to uncheck this, and I'm going to put the link that I just created from the thank you page in there. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit OK again because you got to be double OK with lead pages. And then we got it. So now we have our whole funnel, okay, our Mustang funnel that sends people to our group. We can run ads from our Car Fanatic page or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Glendale Car Guys. And let's pretend that this is my Mustang page, or my car page that I'm selling Mustangs for. So let's do this. There's some code and stuff you can use to exert this, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to upload this. This is my GIF right here. Okay, so there's my GIF. Everything's all set up right there. So now I've got this, smoking hot prices on Ford Mustangs. When they click it, they go to my lead page, the same exact process. Now, obviously, this GIF didn't take to where it's not actually in motion. Some fucking Facebook, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But you can upload whatever picture that you want. And just real quick to show you, if you go over here to lead page options and you go to SEO tags, then we can go right here and type in Ford Mustangs. We can go boom, and then we can even leave a little description right here. So we can hit save this. I can even come over here to the bugs deal that we talked about 2 weeks ago. I can debug it. Now all of a sudden, instead of Ford Mustang, it pulls up all the stuff that I just put in there, so that when I go to share it to Facebook, it'll be right this time. So instead of me having to upload all that stuff, as you can see now, automatically uploads the picture and everything like it's supposed to. So, but here's the thing, we've already got this. So there's a couple things I'm going to show you to do. First of all, let's go over to the ads manager. because I mean, what good is a funnel without running an ad to it? Now you can drop that funnel in car groups and everything else, because there's a ton of car groups out there. You should join a car group. It's like Sales Talk with Sales Pros, but it's car aficionados, not car guys. Car guys don't buy cars. car groups in the sense of car aficionados. I'll show you those when we get to the end here. So I'm going to create an ad, and I'm going to show you some cool shit. Okay, so we'll just say that we're going to send people. I'm not truly going to run the ad, so I just want to show you the audience targeting on this. Okay, everything's perfect. Let's get this audience up and running here. So I'm going to show you some cool shit you can do about cars. You can do this with homes and cars, and there's not a lot of other shit out there that you can actually do this with. So let's just let it pull up here for a second. Come on, you slow little thing, you. Come on, tickle. Anyway, it'll pull up in a second. And I'll show you how to go through and target people who are likely to trade their cars. Here we go. Now let's try this shit again. There we go. So if you're selling cars in Dallas, you're going to type Dallas and not the United States. 25 miles. Let's say you want to do, that's fine. We know that most people that drive Mustangs are going to be between 18 and 30. It's going to mostly be dudes. English language, that's all I speak. So right here, I'm going to go Ford. People like Ford Motor Company. People that, wait for it, bitch. Ford Mustang. Okay. So just right here, I've got 180,000 people. So if I raise this up, let's say that you got to be 22. 130,000 people, I can raise this back up, and let's say we go to 35. I saw a lot of Fords. Rarely was it anybody over 30 years old, or a lot of Mustangs. And so we could also tap this into women, and we can see that our potential reach all of a sudden dropped to 89,000. How in the hell? 180 just for dudes, and then when we add women, it goes down. It's like, no way, man. Like the women, they just took half of y'all's thunder. Anyway, so there's that. Oh, no, it's women only. Sorry, I meant to go to all. So there we go, 270. Pay attention, student. So 270. And then here's what we can go. We can go over here to browse, and we can go in through behaviors. And we got automotive. And look, they're near the market. Look, boom. Near vehicle buyers, near the market. Like, these are motherfuckers likely to fucking buy a car. Facebook's like, hey, bitch, these people are probably going to buy a fucking car. Advertise to them. And look, we can go right here, and we can pick out sports car convertible. Then we've got new car shoppers in market. So we've got make. They're probably going to be looking at Fords. Check that shit out. How about that shit? Now all of a sudden we got a fucking, we don't even have to, we can take these off. Boom. So now we're at 150,000 people that are looking at Ford cars in the Metroplex, Ford convertible, that are near the market or in the market. Look at that, 150,000 people. Now, obviously Dallas is a big motherfucking city. Now, we can chop this down if we want to get, I like to keep the number. If you're going to spend $100 a day for 100,000, so $150 a day for 150,000 people. Here's what I do. I would spend $20 a day, and I would chop this motherfucker down over here between 22 and 30. We got 100,000 people. Boy, I call it like I see it, y'all. I can't help it. I call it like I see it. Now we got 100,000 people that we're putting an ad in front of. Now, here's the thing. I've told you guys on these webinars and these trainings, there's three parts. There's the message, the audience, and the lead capture technology. We know that lead pages is fucking easy, right? And lead traps is going to be even easier than that. But we've got a message, which is find the lowest possible prices on the 2017 Ford Mustang. And then we've got an audience of people who are fucking likely to buy a Ford Mustang. Now, let me ask you a question. If I ran this ad, do you think we could pull a fucking lead out? Do you think that lead would probably be somebody who's interested in coming by the dealership? So it's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, and truthfully, the less people you can get on this, if you can get this down to 20,000 people and you're spending $10 a day, you will sell a car a day from this shit. Now, listen, is it going to be a home run right out of the gate? You're going to have to tweak it. You might change the pictures, fuck with your words a little bit, post back here in the group, ask people for fucking help, that kind of shit. But it works, dude. That little shitty funnel that I just showed you with the Glendale car guys got us like 6 or 7 leads a day, every single day. This is what TrueCar does, is the same shit. All you're doing is stepping in here and you're saying, hey, you know what? TrueCar shows them motherfuckers the prices, right? At least this way, you're like, we just got the lowest prices. You got to come in to find out what the lowest prices are. I know how you car guys are. Okay, last thing here, some organic prospecting. So you can go to Facebook, you search cars. We're going to go over here to groups. Look, car memes, cars for sale, Facebook car show, car museum, Wisconsin car enthusiast club. Now let's think about this for a second. I just had the Glendale car guys page. You think that if I drop that link, that funnel in here in the car enthusiast club, that I might be able to pull some out? You think if I came in here and I started talking to these people and reading what they're looking at and everything else, look right here, this guy is the official whatever the fuck, they're like car enthusiasts. So they're selling swag, right? Wisconsin car enthusiasts. Look, there's 41,000 fucking people in there. You're going to be able to sell some cars in that bitch, especially if you got a hot car on your lot that you want to get rid of. You throw it together, you make a funnel. It's like, hey, you can pick up this car for this price. You drop the price in the funnel off in the group, and then you're in charge of all the calls instead of the dealership. Right? The dude next door to you isn't getting the fucking up because he picked up the phone at the dealership from your efforts. You're getting it because it comes through your funnel. Look at this Facebook car show, 103,963 active posts, 50361 cars for sale. I'm guessing that is an area code, the official 361 cars for sale. But look at this. These people are going through here and they're posting their cars for sale in these groups. You can do that shit in the Facebook marketplace too. You know, that's a huge place to post the cars that you have for sale. Let's say that this thing rolls up on your lot. You make a funnel out of it. Instead of doing like this dude, you make a funnel out of it and then you post it back here and they got to opt into your funnel. Like what happens, guys, is we play small. You know, we think that our business or our cars have to be sold differently than houses. And I'm telling you, I've sold both. They're the same. And people like houses. People are house enthusiasts and real estate enthusiasts, and people are car enthusiasts. These are two of the hottest things. Look at this, DFW car guys. That's not even and Pat's a member of it. And so like these are places where car guys are probably salespeople. That's probably not that really good. But look, here's car spotters and petrol heads, like guys that like to buy and sell cars, guys that like, look, muscle cars and street freaks. That's probably a good place to put your Mustang in. And so you can join these groups, connect with these people, just like you became an authority inside of Break Free Academy and Sales Talk with Sales Pros and everything else. I'll give you this on the way out. My buddy Heath England right here. He's a dude. He is a hell of a sales guy, right? And so he came to Break Free Academy, and he does this just about as good as anybody. He came to Break Free Academy, and his best month was 6 cars. The next month after he left Break Free Academy, he sold 40. And he's continued to sell at least that many every month since he came to Break Free Academy over a year ago. But look how he's positioning his wall. He's not saying cars for sale, but a car guy would post a picture of a car doing some dumb car shit, right? You can see that, like, he talks about driving, and he's talking about cars a lot. Look, boom, here's his funnel over here on Instagram. He's got his auto finders funnel. He's got his website. Like, he's doing everything that I'm talking about, and he's fucking killing it. Look, right here, well-equipped, financial, more info. What's he got right here? Boom. He's got his funnel for his stuff, right? Torn into his website. Now check this out. He's got, again, he's even got people sharing stuff about cars when they think about him. He usually checks, that's hilarious. We just make this shit up to be funny. And then our freaking clients and friends share the shit and we never see it. I had no idea. But you can see he's even got, so he's out here talking about, boom, there he is, landing page, the same fucking process over and over. And I know he sells a shitload of cars. Look, here's his page. Auto finders, the search ends here. He knows people are looking for cars. They can get you approved. He knows who his target audience is. He's got the dude. He's fucking done it as good as anybody I have ever seen. Look at this, 2,700 likes. He's got all this shit filled out. He's running his stuff on a regular. He's got 5-star ratings, 1-star ratings when he, they get some jumps, and in 5 months when something's happening. Bitch, if you bought a car that broke down 5 months later, you motherfucker, that's 5 goddamn months. That's like moving into a house and 6 months later the pipe busting and you calling the motherfuckers who sold it to you, Terry, eat a fucking cock, you asshole. All right, so there's that. But anyway, Heath does a great job over here of running this page. And we got to show Heath this, right? He would appreciate that little rant on fucking Terry's bitch ass over there 5 months later. You mean after you ragged that motherfucker? You mean after you forgot to change the oil? You mean after you fucking blew the transmission? You mean after you've been slamming it into park, driving it around corners, acting like a fucking, get the fuck out of here 5 months later, you motherfucker. God damn it, I bet you'd have voted for Hillary Clinton, you motherfuckers. Anyway, just playing. I don't care who they voted for, but they probably did. That's the fucking mentality, God damn it. Anyway, good times tonight, guys. Car guys, that's how you make it happen. And that's how you go through the whole funnel process. Dude, it's not that hard, man. It's just a matter of stepping in there and taking action and creating your funnels, right? You decide what it is that you want to sell, because listen, the people that buy Ford F-150s are not the same people that buy Ford Mustangs. The people that buy Chevy Chevy Corvettes are not the same people that buy Chevy Cobalt. So you got to make sure that you're niching it out per, like that niche funnel per vehicle or at least per audience. So that's something that's really important to take care of. So I know I'm gonna hear shit from Eric Norby because I was fucking with bashing the Hillary Clinton. I'm like, I bet you voted for Hillary. I see it already. It's back there in the group. Eric's like, God damn it, Ryan, I thought we already been through this. What you got, man?
Hey, one thing too that I always hear the car guys saying back in the group is that they want to get away from subprime, but there's a way you can set up subprime. The subprime leads are the easiest ones to get. If you sew up something talking about you somebody approved, then and you definitely you guys saw from the demographics there that you can choose whoever the fuck you want pretty much. So you can get it right from people you want to get from. I would like target people who like Check and Go or something like that, and get real cheap leads this way. And then people are like, "What?" Yeah, so people said that people don't want to deal with the boat. But this is what I got to tell you about that. You can set up a syndicate, right? Just like Brad teaches in the Magnet Media, the Whip Syndicate, setting up a group where you're in, where you have people from various Toast Note lots. And you can get them to compete on what they want to pay you. So you can send them leads, right? Just like the real estate agents do with the loan officers. You can send them the leads, the ones that you get, that you bring in the dealership. Because what are you going to do in the dealership, right? You just put a customer in front of you. You want to go this route, just have customers in front of you all the time. And then most of the time they have a down payment. They know what's up by the time they reach out to something like that. So you can just start a network, start a syndicate like that by sending them the leads and keeping an eye on it too, because it's a lot harder when you're just on the phone. But if you have a group and you're back and forth with these leads, then you can really turn up. Man, I remember I was doing that at one point, and I think Chacon Motors down here, Chacon Motors would just give you $300 if they even had $1,000 down payment. So that shit adds up, and that's a good source of another stream of income.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and you used to do that back in the day, right? Like we used to. I helped set over that. I forgot all about that. You had some gigs with a couple different places. One thing I will say too is I showed you the tip of the iceberg when it comes to running ads back there. You can target people, like if you're selling Lexuses or Mercedes or whatever, obviously your clientele is going to be a little bit better. But you can also target people from their income, their net worth, like all that shit back there as well. So if you don't want to fuck with subprime people, you can target people back there under demographics with their credit score, right? People with good credit, people with good money, people with several credit cards. Like Facebook has all that data. So you can go as deep into it as you want. Let's say your list is 300,000 like mine was, and you need to narrow that bitch down to 20,000 and start finding the people with a lot of money, find the people with the good credit, like put those actual filters on there, and it'll start narrowing it down to where you'll have less people, but it'll be targeted people. And look, here's the worst case scenario. Like you're selling, let's just use the Ford example. You're selling Fords for $30,000 and someone needs a $15,000 car and that's all they can afford. Really, they've never paid anybody on time ever, but they got $1,000 down. And dude, like he said, send them to Chacon, grab your $300. You're gonna make a $200 mini most likely on the motherfucker anyway. Grab your $300 from Chacon and then fucking don't even deal with them. Just fucking send them down the road and let some other fucking guy deal with that. And then you know your perfect customer, so that when the perfect person shows up with that 720 credit score, $2,000 down, wanting a 3-year lease, their 39-month lease, and want to do a pay in full and all the other great shit, and want to get all the warranty package and gap and all the other things, just love all that shit, right? Like, you want those people to come in there, and those are the people that you deal with. And even if you don't sell, I know a guy in the middle of Kentucky, and he sells 15 cars a month, and he's made $160,000 last year selling cars, only 15 a month, but he maximizes every single one of them, man. He's got the gross there on every one of them, bumps them through finance and everything else. So he knows who he's dealing with. He knows who he's not fucking dealing with, and he doesn't get caught up wasting his time in between. You now know how to advertise, and you get to be that same, you get to have that same selectiveness. So anything else you want to add before we're out of here tonight, Pat?
That's it, man. That's some great info right there, brother. That was good to see that funnel in action right there, man. That was sick.
So now you guys, like, as you go through and you run ads, you tweak, and dude, you don't even have to run ads. Get to know people in the groups. Ask them if you can sell cars in the groups and things like that too. Watch this. I'll show you something real quick. We always try to take off, and I'm like, wait, but there's more. You just go over here to the, let's just go back to cars here.
I don't think they mind if there's more.
Yeah, I don't think they're bitching, right? But so we can go over to mechanic and car memes here. Let's just use this for example. We can go to members, and we can see who the admins are, right? All we gotta do is click right here, and we see who these admins are. So all we gotta do is we just gotta connect with these guys. We figure he's in Chicago. This guy's a car guy of some form too. This guy's a car guy. Subaru. We talked about that shit, Pat, remember? Like, it takes a special person to drive a Subaru, right? And they'd be saying, well, the Subaru's faster than a Corvette. Yeah, motherfucker, but it ain't a Corvette. I'm just saying, right? I'm just pointing that out. Subaru, it's fucking weird.
Have you ever met a Subaru salesperson before? I've never met one.
I have never met one. I don't know that I've ever seen a Subaru car dealership, but I'm not really looking for one. So, but anyway, you can connect with, these guys right here. And ask them, hey, what value can I bring to your group? What can I do to help your group out? I'm a local car salesman, local automotive salesperson. I speak for the hood. What can I do to help your people out? So, but with that being said, you guys have a great night. We'll see you in a couple of weeks for the next night school. We're going to do the same shit, but for solar. And then we're going to switch some things up on you guys. We're going to do the solar funnel. And then I've got some really cool back to the basic shit that we're going to bring out for you guys as well. So as you go through this, if you have questions and everything else, use the group, but use Break Free Academy Digital as well. You can go in there and you can search for anything, Facebook ads, targeting, retargeting, all those videos are back there. And whatever works for selling houses works for selling cars too. You can bet that shit. So y'all have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with us. And fuck that Terry guy with his 5-month late fucking car bullshit. Fuck bullshit. Later.